You are right now.
We are live right now. Holy cow. We don't have the fun intro today, but we have an even better intro. We have the one, the only Whiskey Web and Whatnot / Tech Commute collab. What's up, Robbie Wagner?
Cabernet Commute.
The Cabernet Commute.
The Cabernet Commute. That's
You gotta
right.
have the alliteration.
That's right. Cabernet Commute is live. It is Monday, October 13th.
It is.
Robbie, what are we drinking today,
We
bud?
are drinking the San Simeon Cabernet Sauvignon
Holler.
from, I don't know anything else about it.
From Costco.
Yeah, it actually is. I get most of
Is
my
it
wine
really?
from Costco, yeah.
I
They
love
have
that.
good wine. It's not Costco brand. It's like...
Yeah, no, it's not
Yeah.
Kirkland's signature Cabernet,
No.
which would be fantastic. But while I love that. Listen to that ASMR.
Pass it down.
We're burying the headline here. It's probably because the headline's actually just below the table on a booster seat.
I'm sitting on my foot.
Yeah,
it's true.
ladies and gentlemen, welcome the one, the only Roxana.
Oh, Rosana Maria Rodriguez-Becker.
Yeah, say the whole thing. That, what she said.
That's what you were going to say, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Guys, Roxy's here. How exciting is this? This is super fun. I'm getting you Chinese. Oh, Taylor's getting me Chinese food.
Well, I just got the alert that Whiskey Web is live, and so are you.
Shut up. We are. It's great
Yeah.
to see you.
I did
Roxy,
not spill wine everywhere, if anyone was wondering.
Not on your
Your
green
shirt
colored
is
shirt.
indicating otherwise.
Yeah, it's like same color as this. It's
Love
fine.
that for you.
It's fine.
Roxy, we're
Jason.
gonna deep dive in here, but let's maybe do a cheers. You want to do a toast first, Chuck? Chuck and Robbie? You're not Chuck. Jesus
Yeah.
Christ.
Cheers.
Up
Cheers.
Chuck.
I don't have
Chuck.
I don't have any toast ready for you, but
That's fine. That's fine. So, Roxy, why don't you introduce yourself to everybody that doesn't know who you are?
I'm Roxy. I used to work in film.
Too soon.
I work in education. I am making the transition into tech, and I talk about the Tube Feed Tracker a lot because that's like what I've put out there. I have a talk in a couple weeks at Magnolia Conf.
Shout out to Magnolia.
yeah. One of the conferences in October.
One of the many. One of the many. Roxy, talk to us a little bit about your background. Obviously, in Tech Commute, we kind of deep dive that, and I want to know why tech. What were you doing before that? Where are you transitioning from?
From education.
Education.
Yes, so I used to be a math teacher, a middle school math teacher, and then when we started having children, I transitioned into the library. In Texas, you have to have a master's in library and information science to be a librarian, which is super ironic at the moment.
Why is that ironic at the moment?
Because they're mostly just burning books over there. But,
Oh.
we won't go into
Jeez.
that.
I think you're supposed to read them.
That's the best way to consume the knowledge.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I've been in the library for a few years now, and it's great because, I'm not tied to a classroom, so I have a little more freedom to do stuff like this.
Mm-hmm.
And so I dabbled in web development, like super basic stuff, like everyone says, like MySpace. I had a live journal, stuff like that. And then I took a web development course as part of my master's program, and one of the girls in my class needed a lot of help, and so that was really fun. And I was like, oh my gosh, I forgot that I really love doing this. And one of the roles as a librarian, you do so much stuff. Like, it's not just books.
What else is it?
I manage the title budget at my school, and it's a lot of documentation and paperwork and chasing people around. And I also do the website and social media for our school, and so I usually do a lot of the graphics. And so what was I saying? So I manage the website, and so that's also been super cool. And then through that, people at Leela's at my kids' school found out that I was trying to transition into tech, and so now I volunteer with PTO. I'm gonna do their auction website, and then through that I am also volunteering with the Houston area suicide
prevention.
Hopefully prevention.
Hopefully
It's the
was the
prevention-
next word.
It's the Prevention Coalition. Well, I was trying to remember if it was awareness or
Wait,
prevention.
so Hughes
But yes.
HSPC.
Yes.
Okay.
But yeah,
Nice.
I do help out with their website as well. Yeah, prevention.
Yeah.
I was like, is it awareness or prevention? Because
Yeah. Just
I'm
like,
pretty
this
sure
is
we're
a
all
time we
aware
need
of
to
it.
not have
yeah.
a pause.
Yeah.
No, so what's awful is like whenever I'm writing notes or like trying to schedule something, like I keep putting like suicide meeting or something, and I'm like, okay, this is like probably need to put the acronym in there.
You might
and
wanna
stop
workshop
like
that title.
stuff like, oh, I have a suicide meeting at 3 p.m. today.
Well, I mean, based on what you said and how you sort of framed it, it sounds like there's a ton of transferable skills there. And I'm curious, like, are you boot camping it, or how are you learning how to code? Obviously, that like entry level course at college isn't going to get you there.
Yeah, I started with Free Code Camp, and then I discovered 100 Devs. And so I've been going through those courses, and I'm a really big part of that community now. There's the whole series going on. I
What
think it's
series
I
are
think
you
it's kind of
talking
on hold.
about?
No, I think it's kind of on. I think it's kind of on hold right now because of the because of Hunttober, which is super cool. But yes, it's called the Chosen One series, and it's not.
What
at
is
all,
that? Give us some context,
not
because
at
I'm
all
sure Robbie
cult.
has no idea what the fuck you're
I
talking
don't.
about.
I don't.
So you know Leon Noel from 100 Devs. What?
Is that the Leon from the podcast with Daniel?
Yes.
Okay. I didn't
Leon,
know his last name.
the
I know
same one.
Leon. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's not actually his last name. It's just his
Oh.
first
I don't know
name
if you
backwards.
noticed. Yeah, it's just reversed. Leon Noel. Yeah.
Okay.
So, in
yes.
case
I
anyone
love that
didn't
he
know
just got that, and
I
you guys
don't-
all got to see it
All
on
right.
his face, the
All right,
realization.
I'm done. I'll see you guys.
Yeah, so he selected somebody from the community to kind of like go through the job hunt process in public, and like you have to do everything the correct way. And so so since April, like I've been correctly job hunting, and I've had a few interviews recently. I feel like I'm getting close. So, you know, it's a great program. Everybody, the community is amazing. We've got Lucas sitting over there.
Yeah,
Troll
Lucas.
tweeting.
100 Devers sitting across from us. There's actually several here.
Yes.
How is that?
Tehran, Unique, yeah.
Yeah, Dewan, I think I met in the big.
Tehran?
No, there's multiple other ones. Anyway, how has that been for you to have kind of an external support system through all of this? 100 Devs community is obviously super supportive and positive. Being a member myself, I totally understand, but like trying to self-teach or self-learn and then doing that while you're working and having a family, and obviously Daniel, your husband, supports you, but like how important has it been for you as far as progress to have that external support as well?
Yeah, so I've been super lucky that my family has been extremely supportive because, especially with like traveling to conferences, and a lot of people, you know, it's like, why do you keep going? Why? And honestly, it's like an investment for myself, and I've been able to like finagle like either discounted tickets or free tickets. I think that of all the conferences I've been to, I think I've only paid for maybe 3 of them. And that was mostly at the beginning. I did pay for this one though because I really enjoy ATO, because I really did enjoy it last year, and so I got an early bird ticket. But yeah, so I'm grateful for their support. Obviously Daniel with the kids and everything every day, and he tries to do it himself, even though my parents are there to help. Yeah, my parents and my sister and my mother-in-law, and they're all helping, so make this possible. The Torque community has been incredibly supportive, as well as the 100 Devs community that we've been talking about. Although, like, being in the job hunt spotlight, definitely, it takes its toll because you already have, like, all this pressure. I already have all this pressure that I put on myself. And then, there's the added pressure of, like, okay, like, everyone's watching and waiting, and somebody over the summer compared it to, like, a TV show, and I'm like, okay, well, we've hit a plateau, and TV show's a little boring at the moment.
It's the Truman Show of code. We'll talk about that a little bit. Like, how are you adjusting, or how are you handling that? Because, I mean, without it, this is already a hard process.
Adjusting to the stress?
know the like public eye on your whole like
Oh.
journey.
So luckily, being a mom that works full time and like, you know, most of my spare moments are taken like I'm on my computer or with my kids or whatever. I don't have a lot of time to overthink things. Shut up. I don't have that much. Like I get I get imposter syndrome, but it doesn't last long because I just don't have the time. Like I have to brush it off and keep going.
Okay, I was going to ask what you meant by it doesn't last long. How do you
That's
move
what I
past
mean, like
that,
it-
though? What up, Nick Taylor?
I don't know. I guess I kind of talk to the community because everybody has, they go through the same thing. And that was another thing because I feel like Leon chose me because I'm a little more social, and like that's something that a lot of people need to work on. Like I have tons of stuff to work on, but the networking
Like
bit
what?
I've been
No, I'm
like
serious.
the
I mean,
actual studying and coding and
Sure.
everything. Like I'm still, I can always be better, and yeah. So I feel like, but the fact that I'm sharing about my imposter syndrome, people can, it resonates with everyone, and I guess just being open about it, I don't know, it just kind of connects everybody.
are you
and
finding that hard? Like that vulnerability?
lately, it's mostly all written out, so it's been really easy. But the first few, streams, when we were getting into the hard hitting subject matter and working on the behavioral interview questions and everything, I think there was like one or two where I like almost cried, but I was able to compose myself.
Well, let me ask you about that. Like when you think about like what caused that emotion, like what was that? Like what was the action that caused that? Was it like the again like the pressure of the situation, or like the kind of that overarching theme of like what this process is for you? Or again,
I
just
think-
stepping out of
I
your
don't know.
comfort
Yeah,
zone.
I think it was just, I can't even remember, but like I think it was just the question that I was answering that just kind of hit a nerve because it was, yeah, I don't remember the specifics, but it was just coming out of my comfort zone, I think.
Do
Yeah.
you have, I mean, you're obviously a little bit more comfortable with doing it now. Do you have any tips for anybody that is also struggling? This is a hard one. I mean, I think
Struggling with what
just
specifically?
stepping out of comfort zones a little bit, and like getting comfortable with being uncomfortable. I think there's a lot
Yeah.
of that in what we do.
Yeah. So LinkedIn is pretty intimidating for a lot of people. And so I started that series, your favorite
My favorite series.
series called Treating LinkedIn Like a Blog. And look, somebody at CYC stopped me and they were like, hey, you stopped posting your blog series on LinkedIn. I really miss it. I was like, what? And so I had to find you and tell you because I was
Which
like,
she
oh
did.
my God.
Which she did.
But it worked. Like, so I posted probably like once a week or something, just like what I was working on, what I was doing, whatever. And it just helped because I used to be a blogger. So like writing isn't difficult. Like it's not something, that's not the hard part. It's the like putting myself out there on LinkedIn, somewhere that seems like it's totally business. So that helped me with putting myself out there on LinkedIn. And then gradually I talked about what I was like working on and what projects I was doing, because I think that was the scarier part, was the building in public.
Can you talk about like that whole process again for your background, as far as like you've done content creation and stuff like that? What's the background there?
Oh, yes. So I used to run a lifestyle blog, girlfeisty.com. It has since gone away. Like I completely wiped it from the internet. Because like before kids, it was like a lifestyle blog, and I collaborated with brands and stuff. And then after kids, like it became more of a mommy blog, and I did a lot of brand collabs, but it was like Pampers, and then I talked about Sebastian and his like condition and everything a lot. And then I was like, you know what? This is just a lot of information, and maybe like this stuff doesn't need to be out there, like all this private stuff about Sebastian's condition and everything. So I was like, whatever, I'm just going to delete this. And then like the next year I was like, oh, and now I want to transition to tech, and all my content is completely gone. So, cool.
Hindsight's 2020, I suppose.
So I still do some brand collaboration on Instagram. A lot of it is mostly like family content, but I feel like I keep it comical. So for like, I'll post my kids and stuff like in stories, but like for example, Lucas saved that picture of the "Oops, you're late" sign, and like everybody knows that sign now. It says, "Oops, you're late. Students should be in class by 7:30."
Do you want to know why everyone knows that?
Yeah, I know. I've seen it, yeah.
So yeah, and I actually took the other day after school, the kids all posed with it, and I got a picture of that. With the
Why are you
infamous
late all the
sign.
time?
Because it's freaking 7:30 in the morning.
That is pretty early.
Because I wake up at like 4, sometimes earlier, but like they just take forever. Or like we're going out the door, someone has to poop, or if Sebastian's vomiting, like it's just parent life.
Never a dull moment.
Never. I love this segue for time management. Let's talk about that though, because I think that that's something that you've probably, I don't want to say mastered, but have certainly worked through and kind of iterated on, because full-time job, full-time mom, also trying to learn, like, how are you like kind of managing all of this and like still functioning?
I'm not functioning. It's all.
Oh, there you go.
It's a facade.
All right, there we go.
Yeah.
No, so yeah, I suck at studying at night because I will just get sleepy and be like, nope, and then close my laptop. I used to try to study like in bed, and that didn't work. And so just, you just have to make like the changes. I set up my desk area. I got the second monitor. I realized that like waking up early is the way to go, because it's like. And that's why I work out in the morning, because you don't have all the things that happen to you throughout the day that affect your mood, that make you tired, that like make you just be like, no thanks, I'll do it tomorrow. So, I wake up at, it used to be 3:30. I need to get back on that, but it's been 4. I know. And then like I would go to bed like 10 o'clock, but that's why it's been 4, because lately I've been going to bed closer to 11, which is ridiculous, I know. And so like one night a week, I basically like crash out at 8 p.m. and
that happens. I mean,
Yeah.
it's your body catching up with you, though. Are you guys hearing a dryer running or something?
It's just the noise. It did start picking up though. I don't know
You hear
why.
it, right? Like,
Hear
I
it.
swear it's like...
It did something. Hold on. Let me. I
Maybe
don't know why it started
people
doing it all of a
came out
sudden.
from
It's
somewhere.
like we're in a laundromat.
Yeah, there is something that's going
Yeah.
rhythmically.
Someone put their wallet in the jeans when they got them in the dryer right now.
Their chapstick.
Oh, I don't
could
know.
be.
But yeah, I don't understand how like anyone. You have to have a lot of willpower and drive to want to do that. Like, because I'm like, oh my god, I have 1 hour of free time. Ain't no way I'm doing something productive. Like, I'm gonna sit on the couch.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. Well, so in the evenings, I am too tired to do any of that. So like, I'll just like lay, like I'll just lay on. You walk into your room, just like plop, stomach down, like pull out your phone, and just like, I don't know.
Is that what you do,
go
Robbie?
numb.
That's not what I
You just
personally
go
do.
numb.
You lay on your tummy and scroll TikTok with your kicking
I
your
don't.
feet around like a teenage girl.
Yeah, I don't.
No, but it's just funny because like the way our bed is, like when you walk into the hallway, you just see my feet like sticking off, and like that's just what it looks like when I'm like vegging out. Like my brain's going numb for a few minutes before like bedtime or dinner or something.
What are you doing, and how do you find time to not be focused on something?
How do I find time to veg out?
Yeah.
I don't. It just happens.
You just kind of you just
need
get
a
it when
brain
you get
break.
it.
Yeah.
I get that.
Yeah.
Talk to us a little bit about the app, the FeedTube app.
Oh, okay. Well, okay. We'll
And give
talk
us a
about
little
that.
background.
Yeah,
And I know,
I'm gonna talk
obviously,
about
you've talked
Sebastian.
about it ad nauseum, but at the same time, I think this is sort of important storyline material for your journey here.
Yeah, I know, and I just feel bad because I guess Robbie hasn't heard it 5 million times, so I'll pretend I'm only talking to Robbie.
Yeah.
Okay, so I am 4'11 and 3/4, and I had twins. I made it to my due date. I love remembering like my most difficult times when I was pregnant were I worked at an elementary school library at the time, and the parking lot was like at one end of the building and the library was at the other. So like when I walked into the building, it was just like this massively long hallway, and it felt even longer because I mean, like when I was pregnant with Leela, the one baby, I was fine. It was totally. I worked out probably till like 2 weeks before her due date or something. With the twins, I think I had to stop a month before. But it seriously felt like, like if I like relaxed, they would just fall out. That's what it felt like. And so like walking down that hallway with like this huge, just stomach on this, small body. It was one of the hardest things pre having them,
Sure.
before having them. So I was super proud that I made it to the due date. Both of them were over 5 pounds, which was the magic number so that they wouldn't end up in the NICU. And like this whole time, Sebastian was like hiding behind Alaric, I guess, because they couldn't ever fully see his like organs and stuff. Like whenever they did x-rays, they were just like, oh, he's hiding. And then I think like one of the doctors noticed that like there was more, now I can't even remember. It was like the fluid. There was more in Sebastian's, and normally that would happen if like something was wrong, but like nobody noticed it, nobody caught it. Like my doctor even said like I was like the perfect twin pregnancy, whatever. So then they were born, and obviously they noticed something was up with Sebastian, and they took him right away. And I lost a ton of blood, and I'm anemic, so like I even needed a transfusion. I remember when they took him, like I looked so out of it. They had him in this like looking container because they had to take him to a different hospital because the one where I had him didn't have like the high enough level NICU to deal with him. So they I think they drove. I don't think they needed to fly him, but they took him to the downtown hospital, and so he has Bacterial Association. Bacterial is an acronym for 7 different conditions, and if you have 3 of the 7 minimum, you are like under that umbrella, Bacterial Association. And it's super rare. His main one is his respiratory condition, so I talk about that one because the other one is more private, and then the other, like one of them is a non-issue anymore. So he had esophageal atresia, and that means his esophagus and his trachea were connected. So like if he tried to eat or drink anything, basically it would just all go into his lungs. Yeah, yeah. So like once the umbilical cord was gone, so that was like the first operation. And he also ended up having an ostomy for like 9 months, but luckily we were able to like kind of deal with that around the 9-10 month mark. So anyway, the respiratory condition comes with like layers. He has asthma on top of that. He has what's called it's tracheomalacia. So it's basically his trachea is like super floppy, and so he can't get rid of mucus and stuff. So like when you're sick and you're coughing and like you blow your nose or you like cough up phlegm, like he can't do that. So it ends up going into his lungs and he gets pneumonia. And then he also has a laryngeal cleft. Like all of these things are just like things that are common if you already have like this one condition, right? So the laryngeal cleft we only discovered after like the most traumatic experience of our lives. When Sebastian was like 14 months old, he was eating dinner and we were like feeding him whatever, and he starts choking, and so we're like, patting him because we're used to the choking because he has some scarring in his esophagus, and so like when he swallows, it's like it partially swallows and then like he swallows again. It's like it's not in sync. It's like 2 different swallows or whatever. So like it's called a stucky. And like kids with his condition often will have stuckies where it's like something is stuck, and usually they'll be able to get it down eventually or they'll throw it up. But he was choking. And so like I flipped him over and was like hitting him on his back. And oh my gosh, like I could feel him going stiff. And so like I was like shoving my hand in his mouth, and like I felt his jaw locking up, and like at this point I'm like screaming for Daniel. So Daniel grabs him. And he's trying, but he's still like he's turning blue at this point. And my mother-in-law was visiting, and she's CPR certified. She's a volunteer firefighter.
Okay.
And so she was in her RV, but she had like babysat them all day. So I think she like fell asleep early or something. So we were like banging on the RV, like screaming. And at that, Daniel's like doing a rescue breathing like on Sebastian on the hood of my car, and like he gets him like he coughs. I think he like coughed or something, and like so he was breathing again. I called the ambulance. I called 911, and the lady was like, "Ma'am, you need to calm down," because I think I was just like screaming, and like I wanted to know like how long Sebastian went without oxygen. So whenever we got to the hospital, like I rode in the ambulance with him, and his oxygen saturation was still super low. And like while we were in the ambulance, he was vomiting food, and like you could hear his chest rattling. Like it was like crazy. And so we got to the hospital. They took him back to the OR, and like while he was back there, I like looked up our Ring camera, and like I'm pretty sure he went like at least 2 minutes without oxygen. And like to this day, anything that like he's behind on or whatever, like he's spent so much time in hospitals. Like 2022, he was like 9 hospital stays, and they're all like a week or more. This one was 3 weeks because that's when they discovered the laryngeal cleft, because he had completely aspirated like his dinner into his lungs. And and so my theory, because he was eating fine and drinking and he wasn't getting sick, so my theory is that when we were like, banging on his back trying to get him to stop choking, or like sticking our fingers down his throat, I'm pretty sure that whatever he had going on, I think we made it worse. And I think that that's why now it became like such a prominent thing. So anyway, he gets pneumonia a lot. And like all of this to say is he burns a lot of calories just existing. So that's why he has a G-tube now. Like that was the long version.
No, but
I don't usually talk about the
I was
choking.
going to say, I don't think you've really ever shared that. I mean,
Yeah.
I see multiple people here in the chat commenting on this.
Yeah, I don't normally talk about the choking because.
No, I can't even imagine. I mean, he's a parent. I mean, I can't even.
Like the turning blue and like the jaw. Oh my gosh, it's super traumatic. And like I remember Daniel's like he would randomly have flashbacks. Like every once in a while something would happen, and he would just like remember like holding this blue child.
Well, that's a trigger.
Say,
I mean, something like that. You don't just, Wow.
Yeah, and then when he was in the OR, like the doctor came out super stressed because he was like he almost choked again while he was in there. Like it was intense. But yeah, so he has a G-tube now, and he eats by mouth just fine. Like he loves food, and like I have to get on top of him because sometimes he won't even chew. He's just like eating so much, and I'm just like, child, you have like almost died twice, so I need you to please chew your food. Yeah. So
Jeff Jesse thinks you are legit a badass. By the way.
Thanks, Jeff. But yeah, so he has a G-tube so that he can maybe grow a little bit, because one of my jokes is that like obviously my DNA is not. I'm sitting on my foot right now. Like my DNA is not going to help him. So we're trying to. We stopped doing the feeds because he eats so much now. So, but that's why he has his G-tube. And so like one of the million hospital stays he had in like 2022, 2023, the night shift nurses would struggle to figure out what the heck his feed rate should be, because even the length of time, because he would eat dinner and he would eat breakfast. But if he feeds like up until breakfast, he's not going to eat breakfast. And so it's like, do you want him to get the calories on his own, or do you want him to have a night feed? So that's like the struggle. And, based on his weight, he's supposed to have like, this many milliliters per hour. But when he's sick, like that makes him throw up. And so I have so much like bitterness towards the dietitians that would keep coming in and being like, he needs to eat this. And I'm like, he will vomit all of it if you try to do that. So anyway, I made the tube feed rate calculator. Like that's what it was the first round, or the first couple rounds. And it's helped the parents in the G-tube communities advocate for their kids. And like, I just got a message the other day of this woman with 2 babies that have G-tubes, and she was like, I can't believe this, hadn't been invented yet or created yet or whatever. And it was just a really great message and the community that I shared it with like a year ago, they were also like, I'm bookmarking this, I love this. And so I recently upgraded it. I need to forward the original site to the upgrade, because in the upgrade, using OpenAI, you can like search specific formulas, so then parents can track the calories as well as the milliliters and stuff. So
Why did you decide to make this?
I was learning to code at the time, and I mean, I'm still, but I was
Yeah.
like in the beginning stages, and that's why it's like the tube feed rate calculators. And I was like, oh, this seems like a project I can do, and I've always been a problem solver. I don't think it's just the math teacher in me, because like even as a librarian, like that's all, like, you know, you're a resource. I feel like I always end up being a resource for people. So it just kind of seemed natural. Daniel's also a math teacher. So, you know, we both kind of were like, how are people not, I don't understand. Like, this is basic math, but at the same time, it's like so many people go around saying, I suck at math. And then also, like, when you're under pressure, like, you have, like, I don't know how many patients in a night, and, you know, something's happening over here, and you're getting information from the dietitian and the doctor and the parents. And so it's just easier to be like, let me just put the information in here and have it tell me.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know how you would do that without a calculator. Like,
Yeah.
I'd be like, yeah, I'll guess. Like,
Seems wild to me that excuse me, that there wasn't a tool for that they were using.
Yeah, and somebody in one of the tube feed communities said that they were using one that was for like drips, so like an IV drip or whatever. But they were like, it's not the same as for a tube feed, and so yeah, so it's been really helpful. Really cool to see.
Yeah, how have you found? I mean, obviously, you very much advocate for your kids. Where do you see the disconnect where you will fight to the death for them, but then you struggle to advocate for yourself? This is just based on conversations you and I have had in the past about, like, again, like, you're interviewing and, like, looking for roles or not thinking that you're good enough to be there yet. When you just put that together, like, you just explained, like, this groundbreaking app that you built.
I don't know. Well, because, you know, when I first built it, it was mainly like, I mean, it came from a problem that I saw other people having, but I kind of built it for me, I guess, because people told me, they were like, this is too personal, this is too boot campy. And so, like, I wrote it down the other day. I was like, I basically built this for, like, a traumatized mother, like, in the hospital room at night. Like, so, you know, it was, I made it for me. And then, like, when other people were interested, I started having to, like, make it for them as well. So, I don't know. That I just went off on a tangent that had nothing to do with your question.
Yeah, it didn't at all, but that's fine.
Probably avoidance.
Yeah, good avoidance. Can appreciate that.
I'm a psych major. What can I say?
Well, I mean, I think it's important to kind of, like, point that out, because I think that you're a very strong advocate when it's something you are, like, super passionate about, like your kids.
Yeah. I don't know. They need people to advocate for them because they're too little to do it right now.
But
I used to do the same for dogs
you
before.
need to advocate for yourself too?
I mean, I do. I think that's why I post every day on Twitter, like, try to hold myself accountable. Like, people have mentioned it's that they like the consistency of that. Sorry.
no, you're fine.
I think it's slowly doing that on its own.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, there's definitely some background. Sorry, I was reading some of the comments here.
Yeah, no, I think that that's kind of what I do on Twitter, and that's what I did on LinkedIn when I used it as a blog. Like, I hold myself accountable, and I try to, you know, write about the good things. You know, you don't want to be unrealistic and never mention the bad things, obviously. But I don't know, it helps me, and, you know, it might help other people.
You took the class. That was your kind of entry into it. Like, why go back to that?
Sorry, what?
Tech. Like, you took the class in college, like that one web design or whatever class.
Yeah, but it just reminded me of something that I had done previously that I really liked, because it was a very basic class. Like, I got an easy A in my you know, and I was glad to help someone else through it as well. So it felt easy, excuse me. Like, I'm sure
Felt easy.
obviously, like, some people needed help, and it was great. When I did so after college, I didn't want to go to grad school, but I had a psych degree, and, like, what are you going to do with a psych degree? So
Yeah.
I was like, I figured I'd have to get a master's at some point, but I didn't want to go to school again. So that's how I became a teacher. I did some alternative certification courses, and I wanted to teach math because my dad is an engineer, and so he, like, forced me to do math like every night. Like it was your typical like sitting at the kitchen table, like your dad's like, do this again, and you're like, yay, my Cuban dad.
I didn't
No,
have
he's
that
awesome.
problem.
Do you not have a dad?
No, I do have a dad, and he's an engineer, but he's not. He didn't do that.
He didn't force it upon you.
No.
Yeah. So yeah, I got really good at math, and after college, I didn't take a lot of math because with the psych degree, I think I only needed to take like one course. But after college, I was like, well, I used to be good at math, so maybe I can teach it. So I did the alternative certification courses, but I needed like 5 more math courses. No, sorry, I think maybe like 4. And
Good
one
math.
of them, one of them was college algebra, which like I'm sure some people were fine with it, but it was really awesome because I would get to class early and basically like tutor my classmates, and it was just a lot of fun. Math is
Sounds
cool.
fun. Oh,
And
thanks,
also,
buddy.
side note,
Love you.
don't let your children say that they suck at math, and don't let them hear you say that because
Why?
it is a self-fulfilling prophecy, and it'll get stuck in their head, and then they'll just shut down in math class.
You mentioned Cuban dad.
Yeah, my
How-
parents are Cuban
Yeah, how much of that?
and Catholic, not
kinda-
traumatizing at all.
I was going to say, how much of that Cuban Catholic upbringing sort of influenced you as far as like your life and stuff? I mean, that's admittedly hard, and you joke about it, but like, what's that like?
There was a lot of guilt. I don't know. We are really close though. Like since I've hit adulthood and everything, like we've got our road bumps and everything. But no, I was I guess the first generation born in America in my family, so I'm like full-blooded Cuban. But
Do you feel
I get
any
teased
pressure with
'cause I
that?
have an accent. You would think so because I'm like the eldest of my family, but no. I mean, I guess just like. I don't know. There was always pressure to do well in school, but yeah. I don't know. Like, I was incredibly spoiled. Like, sad to say. I was very spoiled. I was very lucky as a kid.
You're spoiled how? You got all the Barbies?
Yeah, like, my parents just...
Or what do they call them? El Barbie.
Oh, my God. El Barbio. No, but, like, they want to give you what they couldn't have when they were younger. My parents grew up like before Castro, and then like when he took over, that's whenever like my dad he tried to escape. Him and like a group of his friends tried to swim out of Cuba, but like one of them
Sounds
started
far.
Jesus.
they started treading water like right away. He's like too tired, so they had to like basically they were trying to like keep him from drowning basically, and so they got caught and taken to political prison.
Do you feel like that's something you should maybe prep for?
Yeah, maybe like practice swimming for a long time.
Or learn how to
Train.
swim?
Yeah, no, desperate times, I guess.
Yeah, that's fair.
But yeah, so then they were in political prison. So my dad was like, "Screw it, I'm going to do this by myself next time."
Could you imagine being like thrown in jail because you can't swim? Like your one flaw in life was you didn't take swim lessons. Although I guess it was probably different back then. Maybe they didn't have a YMCA like shark program or whatever.
Yeah, I don't think they have a YMCA in Cuba. They like barely have electricity. So. Yeah, you laugh so you don't cry. But no, so like the second time he escaped, like political prison is different because like he could like visit my mom at her house because at this time they were already married. So like he could go visit her and whatever. So he went to like the black market, got some flippers, and then he ended up like swimming out that night. And like I think it was like 5 hours later.
Sorry, this is not funny, but I
5
feel like a
hours
Sasha
later,
Baron
Did not
Cohen
learn from
picked
the
up.
Yeah.
No, my dad could swim, which is funny because now he like before he retired, he worked on like the platforms and stuff, like oil rigs, and before he retired, like they had to do swim tests and stuff in case like the helicopter fell into the ocean and stuff. And they put a red cap on him because they were like, "You are a risk. We have to watch for you."
Yeah, I mean, you say he can swim, but the Florida coastline indicates otherwise.
No, but he swam for 5 hours, and then he got picked up. Like it was like
Jesus.
shark-infested water. There were like boats patrolling, so he'd have to like swim underwater until he got past them.
Yeah, Jeff said the waters are infested with sharks.
Yeah. Oh yes.
Wow.
So
Jeez.
yeah. So
Yeah.
I don't know. Strong background.
Sure, apparently, I mean, how? I guess we'll kind of pivot away from tech a little bit as far as this one, but it's like, how has that influenced how you raise your kids? Because I think we've all also had that
Swim
mental
lessons
thought.
are a priority.
Oh my gosh, with Sebastian's freaking condition and laryngeal cleft and everything, like we put them in swim class but it's like, make sure he doesn't swallow too much water because he'll get
God.
pneumonia. Yeah.
Well, I mean, you
'Cause he
can
has to
drown
drink
in a
thickened
tablespoon of
liquids.
water,
Yeah.
anyways. I can't imagine.
Yeah, he has to drink thickened liquids, and so like we're supposedly he had surgery over the summer, but he keeps being sick, so we can't test to see if the surgery actually closed up the cleft or not. But yeah, he would still have to learn to swallow thin, like normal liquids, like we drink.
Like wine,
Yeah.
drink.
But no, I don't know. I think that like my dad's like workaholic perseverance stuff definitely has, stuck around because obviously like without that, I wouldn't be able to transition from one career to another while working a full-time job and raising a family. So
As far as the transition goes, like, why software engineer specifically in
I
tech?
think it's the whole problem-solving aspect of it. Especially after like the tube feed tracker kind of took off in that community, it really provided like the motivation to be like, okay, Roxy, you're on the right path. Like and so whenever I like do a cover letter or like interview, I'm like, okay, well, I want to do this but on a bigger scale. Like I want to be able to impact a greater amount of people because I like I like problem solving. It helps you and it helps me feel fulfilled.
Self-awareness moment. And Robbie, I'm going to ask you the same question after she answers this. Biggest weakness and biggest strength.
I feel like they might be the same.
Which is what?
The like, don't stop till your body falls apart.
Don't stop till you get enough. Or don't stop believing. No?
Yeah, I think it's like I keep going until like my eyes explode at CYC a couple weeks ago. Like I freaking never had allergies that bad, and I think it was only compounded by like the stress of like leaving home, going to a conference, interviewing while I'm at the conference. Like it's just like nonstop till your body drops.
What's the goal of that? That you feel like you have to keep pushing. So okay, no, I mean that's what it is, but I mean it's what's the job do? I think that's the bigger picture. It's the why. The job facilitates things for you. It's not the job, it's what the job can provide for you.
So I like through this whole journey with 100 devs and Leon and everything, like the community has helped me sort of realize that I am leaning more towards like DevRel and community. And so I feel like the fact that like I already said that I end up being a resource really, I don't know, really kind of paves the way towards a role in one of those environments. So I don't know.
I think it makes sense. I mean, you have the education background. I mean, I feel like there's a lot of transferable skills there, So that's fair. Robbie, all right. Biggest strength, biggest weakness.
No fair. He had more time to prep.
I don't know. My brain doesn't work. That's my weakness.
Same. He's like, same.
Yeah. No, I think my weakness is like not spending enough time to like reacting too quickly to some things, like with parenting or like dealing with people who aren't doing what I want at work or whatever. Like, not being diplomatic enough to like take a breath and like, say the right thing necessarily. Strength, I don't know. I like to work a lot, so
I like to work a lot.
I code for fun after I code, so like I guess that's a strength.
I feel like a lot of people
output.
I feel like a lot of people do that. I've noticed a lot of developers' hobby is developing.
Yep. It is. Yeah.
How do you separate that though?
Before kids it was easy cuz like my wife's like, I'm going to watch this whatever. And I'm like, I'm going to code for 5 hours.
Yeah.
But, now it's harder because I'm like, I have 1 hour of free time. So I'm watching Law & Order SVU in this bitch. I'm not like...
Yeah, baby. Christopher Maloney, old Blue Eyes.
Oh, yeah. No, he's in a different Law & Order
Stabler's
now.
not there anymore?
He's on a... what is this called? I should know this, but I don't.
Hey,
I'm embarrassed.
Yeah, I feel like you really dropped the ball there. Boom, boom.
It's whichever one he's on now. It'll come to me at some point, but it's on Peacock only. Like you can't watch it on NBC anymore. I don't pay for Peacock.
Free
so.
Elliot Stabler.
Yeah.
We need him back on prime time. Fuck that
Yes.
premium stuff.
Yeah.
I
Alright.
watch Below Deck on Peacock.
What's that?
That's the one show that I even keep up with. It's like it's complete garbage, but it's not as bad.
It's a guilty
no judgment,
pleasure.
but it's not as bad as like The Housewives.
I mean, we watched The Bachelor series.
How does it
so-
compare to Love Island? That's what I want to know.
Oh, I
I've
don't
never
even.
seen it,
Is
but I
that
like Below
dating?
Deck because it's like you see like rich people's lives, and then you're following the yacht crew that's like serving them like while they're on the boat.
I feel like there's a height joke there somewhere that I just cannot get right now. Something with Below Deck and
Oh, got
your
it. Yeah.
tiny
Yeah.
stature. Roxy, we have about 2 minutes left.
Okay.
And I want to thank you for this is our first IRL Cabernet Commute. I feel like we should do these more. This is pretty cool.
Yeah.
What's success look like to you? The last question, the final boss.
A job. No,
Okay.
really like snagging, my first role in tech, and I know that like I'll still have to wake up at 4 a.m. for a while to like learn and like ramp up and onboard and know everything I need to know for the role, and it'll never stop. But I feel like eventually I'll be comfortable enough I can sleep until like 4:45 and then go to the gym.
Not sleeping in.
Fucking slacker.
I still want to go to the gym at 5. Okay, guys, I just
And you want to
I
get up
wish I
at
could do that.
4:45?
Well,
Hell
I
no.
live like 10 minutes from the gym.
Right. And you're somehow envisioning that you're going to be ready and out the door in 5 minutes? What pipe dream is
I
this?
have all my gym clothes set out. I don't have to like do hair and
You
makeup.
could just
or
sleep
anything.
in your gym clothes. So you
There
I
can
you
used
go.
just get
to.
up.
Look,
The
that
life
is
hack.
when I first started going to the gym at 5 in the morning. I would sleep in my gym clothes. Like
Yeah.
slowly, I would wake up early enough to where I wouldn't have to sleep in my gym clothes. But that is how I did it. That's how I started.
Yeah, I'm way too sleepy in the mornings. I wake up,
Yeah.
I'm like, at night, I'm like, you know what? I'm going to work out at 6 a.m. I'm definitely going to. Wake up and I'm like, nah,
It's
Yeah,
no
it's
way.
yeah.
6:45 when you wake up.
No, I normally like I used to go to the gym at 5 p.m. and I think my tallest box jump was like 30 or 32 inches, which is almost half my
I was
height,
going to say,
by the
that's
way.
like as tall as you.
No
can go.
way I would ever try that at 5 in the morning. Like I would just die.
I've never
Death
been
by
able
box,
to do stuff
like-
in the morning, so
Yeah.
it's just I can get up early. I can do work, but I couldn't work out. I'm a runner too,
Yeah.
so it's like it's dark.
Well, now I have a
don't-
handstand competition going on with Noelle, so
Oh, shout out Noel.
I know.
Shout
So
out
you know.
Leon Noel. Shout out Hunter Devs. Shout out
LGBT.
Lucas over there. This has been really awesome. Where can people find you, Roxy? That don't already have all
I know.
of your socials.
I'm Roxana Codes on Twitter, and then for some reason my blue sky is different. It's Roxy Rodbeck.
That's dumb.
I know.
It's a
And
dumb
then-
name.
No, it's not. I think that like a few people were like, "Wait, Rodbeck isn't your actual last name."
It's not, apparently.
It's Rodriguez-Becker.
Today I
That's how my
learned.
parents say Becker. That's why I say it like
Please don't do that again. For the love of God. Well, anyway, we're going to get off. Whiskey Web has another episode
We
sure do.
featuring
Stay tuned.
Nick
the
over
homie
there.
Nick Taylor,
Yeah.
who's standing right off camera here with the
He's not
beautiful
exhausted
Patrick
at
and
all.
Yeah.
Taylor Head, who's shaking his head at me right now. But anyway, we're signing off. Thank you again for everybody. I see Jeff and Rich. Rich was here, and Shannon and all the friends. Linda, what up? Are you ready to sign off, Robbie? I'm going to
Yeah.
do my end thing here.
Do it.
It's nice to be important, but it's more
But it's more important to be nice.
Bye, everybody.